Hello，你好，Welcome back，欢迎回来 to Wisdom Wednesday with Johnny Tiger. The date is, well, it's Wednesday and it is June 10th, 2020. Week number 15 of the coronavirus, staying at home, social distancing, and all that stuff. Now, when we talk about the impact of the coronavirus on the world, most people's foremost thought is how it has impacted our personal finance and finance of businesses. So today, I want to talk about the one thing that is the most important in Chinese culture, the one thing the Chinese people love about everything else. Money, 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 and more money. Now, it may sound like a racist comment when I say that Chinese people are money loving and a little bit on the greedy side, but being seeing to how that I am from that culture myself, I am here to say that it is not an exaggeration. In my culture, in the Chinese culture, how much a person is successful, if a person is successful or not, is directly tied to their ability to generate money and to distribute money. So if you can make a lot of money, and if you give money to your friends, to your multiple wives, to your gazillion children, and your mistresses, and to charity, it doesn't matter if you are a criminal. It doesn't matter if you are a corrupt politician. You are a good person. You are a successful person because you know how to make money and you are good at distributing that money. To that end, the concept of money and the etiquette around money is very deeply rooted in my culture, and today we'll talk a little bit about that. If you are a gambling person, if you are the kind of person who likes to take chances, then you need to have a turtle at home. It can be a turtle statue, a turtle picture, or even better, a pet turtle. What you do is before you go to the casino, you want to pet your turtle on its shell. This is said to bring good luck and fortune and allow you to win more often than not. That is probably why, when I was little, the only pet I had that my father didn't have an issue with were my pet turtles. Now, if you really want to uh, generate more income, if you have a business and you want to generate more income, then what you need is one of those Chinese money frog or money toad. You can find them on Amazon or in different Chinese stores. They look like frogs with three legs, usually depicted sitting on a mound of coins. Some of them are depicted to have horns on their head, and most of the time they don't. They also hold a gold coin or a silver coin in their mouth. Um, to know more about the Chinese money toad or money frog, check out the Johnny Tiger Experience podcast because I am probably going to tell the story over there rather than here. Suffice to say, there's a lot of traditions and customs around the Chinese money frog, how to place it, where to put it, and how not to interact with it to optimize your chance of making money. Now, if you have the space and if you want to even uh, you want to make even more money, even faster, then you want to have a shrine at home, a little alcove where you can put a statue of a Chinese money god. Who is the Chinese money god? Well, there's actually five of them. That's how much my people love money. There's five gods delegated to taking care of money. But the one that is the most people friendly is the one that most Europeans and Americans and Canadians think of as Buddha. That fat guy in a diaper, he is actually not a Buddha. He is a Chinese money god called Mi Le Fo, Melefo, Mi Le Fo. He is the god that takes care of good fortune and a lot of money. So get one for your home and uh, put a bit of fresh fruit, fresh flower in front of the shrine every day, and hopefully the Milefo will take care of giving you more money, bringing you more good fortune. There's also a lot of interesting little etiquette around money and how it's handled in my culture that even new generation Chinese people don't usually know. And today we will look at a few of the more interesting ones. Number one, who pays for meals? Now, if you've been out with Chinese friends, Chinese family before, you've probably seen them do that. As soon as the check comes or the bill comes, they all rush forward trying to fight for that bill, trying to fight for that check, and they get really aggressive. In fact, they get so aggressive that a couple of years ago there were a couple of guys in Hong Kong. They were supposedly best of friends, but one broke the other guy's arm, so he would stop fighting for that check. That's definitely one of the more extreme cases. But there is a definite uh, rhyme and reason, a definite etiquette you got to follow to endear yourself to your more traditional Chinese friends. When your Chinese friends reach for that check, you want to fight for it too, and you have to put up a good fight. And what is considered a good fight is you want to offer to pay three times. Even if you don't really want to pay, the good form is to offer to pay three times. Um, Now, if you don't have the money in your pocket, you really can't afford it, then yeah, you want to just be quiet and you lose a bit of face, but what can you do? Um, but if the other person say, hey, let me pay for it, and you say, okay, that's considered really rude in Chinese culture because you need to give them a chance to save face. Maybe they didn't really want to pay for it, but they were offering for good etiquette, and you have to give them a chance to back down. So the proper form to do this is, let's say I'm out with my friend Kevin, and the bill come, and Kevin say, hey, let me pay for it this time. I have to say, no, 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 let me get it this time. That's attempt number one. Kevin said, no, 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 you got it last time already. Let me get it this time. I said, no, let me get it this time. It's okay. I'll take it. I just got paid yesterday. I'll get it. That's attempt number two. If Kevin at this point said, okay, then okay, cool, then you pay for it. Then okay, everyone's happy. Uh, but if Kevin said, no, seriously, dude, I can pay for it. And then I said, you sure? Are you absolutely sure? That's attempt number three. And if he still say yes, okay, you pay for it. So you have to put up that little struggle just to save face, just to be polite, just to save each other's honor. Now, another interesting one is who pays for taxi. If you're out with friends and you're out clubbing and you are going to share a ride, who pays for the cab? Well, the unspoken rule in Chinese culture is that the person who sits in the front have to pay for it. So if you happen to be the person sitting in the front, don't be surprised if the guys in the back keep quiet when it comes time to pay for the cab, because by sitting in the front, you are telling them that you will pay for it. Now keep that in mind next time you share a ride with your Chinese friend. If you want to sit in the front and you don't want to pay for it, you want to get that sorted out before you get into the cab. Hey, okay, how are we going to handle this? We'll go half and half? We'll go four way? Or what? You want to get that all cleared up before you get into that cab. Otherwise, the expectation is the person in front pays for it. There's also an interesting rule around birthday that a lot of Chinese people don't know today, which is the person whose birthday is being celebrated has to pay for everybody's meal, everybody who show up. Uh, at the same time, everybody who shows up have to bring a gift. Now, it doesn't have to be an expensive gift, but they have to bring something. If you come empty-handed, then you're offending the host. You're saying that this person's birthday is not worth your time getting a gift. So in this case, the host can actually refuse to pay for your dinner. But otherwise, if everybody brings a gift, it is the host's obligation to pay for their dinner because people uh, drop what they're doing. They're kind enough to show up to celebrate your birthday. Otherwise, you would be all alone. So the least you can do is pay for their meal. Now you would think that Chinese people love money so much that why is it that people in China and Taiwan do not take tip? Obviously, in North America, you don't have to worry about that. In North America, you go to a Chinese restaurant, they expect a tip from you. But that's because they are now acclimatized to the Westerners' way. But if you go to Taiwan and China and you try to give tip to a waiter or waitress or tip to a hotel cleaning staff, they can get downright rude and offended because they believe that you are offending their honor. You are uh, you are giving them a slight to their honor. You are treating them like charity cases. Because how important money is in Chinese culture, people expect it to be special. People expect it to be handled with honor. So just offhandedly give someone $2 is like treating them like beggars. So you want to keep that in mind when you are in China or Taiwan. Now, there are times when you will give people money and they will expect it. One of those times is Chinese New Year. During Chinese New Year, you want to give your younger relatives lucky money. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but you have to put it in a red envelope. It can be as little as $1, but some people give more. Some people give a lot more to their favorite relatives. Now, the etiquette around lucky money is you only give it to the younger relatives, the ones that are younger than you, so your nephew, your younger cousin, etc., etc., your children, your grandchildren. You put the money in a red envelope and give it to them. That money is a blessing to it's saying that hopefully you will take this money I gave you now to make more money with it in the year to come. Now, when people give you your lucky money, you don't want to rush out and spend it right away. Uh, that money have to stay under your pillow for at least one night uh, to be able to do its job. I once did a story on the Johnny Tiger Experience podcast on the origin of the evil warding money, and that directly tied to why you need to keep the lucky money under your pillow for one night. So, for those of you who have not checked out the Johnny Tiger Experience podcast, go check it out. There's a lot more about money in Chinese culture that we just don't have time to go into today. So we'll uh, call it quit here, and I hope everyone who's listening have a good night. We'll be back again tomorrow for Toy Thursday. For now, good fortune upon all of you. Stay healthy, make lots of money, and have a good night.